Well, before you ask, I'll just give you a little bit of about the mock game. Really worked out well. The situations that we get in, and to do that in Lumen Field, it just felt like you got some close to the real kind of thing here, and so that's a good step for us. We'll be ready to go to Vegas. Whatever happens down there, but we won't tell you because but it's we made it good strides the other day. And I was really happy with just the team really kind of play acted the whole thing through and made sure that we could kind of get through the stages of the process, and we accomplished that. And then the game looked pretty good, played pretty clean. So we're in good shape coming out of that thing.
Any individual performances stand out when you look back and watch it?
Yeah, both the tackles, Greg Island and Stone Forsythe, both those guys played a lot in this game. They had to play because of a couple things that happened right at the end of the week, and they both held their own. And I thought Shane did a nice job of getting the ball out for the quarterbacks to help them in pass pro, and those guys hung well. So they did a nice job for a couple young guys. Really, probably Al Woods might have had the best day. He had a bunch of plays that he made. It was all over the place, knocked the ball down, plays in the backfield, and also he had a day of note. It was pretty solid across the board.
Coming to the first preseason game, first full contact, what's the main thing?
Yeah, it's guys just being able to do what they've done here. Carry the preparation to the game field and show it. And then, of course, it's always about tackling. It's always, the coaches feel like we may never tackle anybody, because we haven't yet. We use the games for that. And so we've been preparing. We've been doing all the drills and everything we can do, but not until you hit somebody. But over the years, our guys always get it done. We always come out flying and running and hitting. And I'm really not worried about that. I'm just kind of anxious to see it happen, and see who's who and kind of start to let these guys show themselves.
All the guys that you don't see out there on the line right now, like Cedric and Ethan, are those guys going to be back this week? Is he a little serious? Or?
Neither one of those guys will make it. They won't make it this week. Cedric's got a little muscle thing that it's going to take a couple weeks probably. And then Postic, we're really like a couple days to days. It's not one day, but it's a couple days away maybe. And we're looking for him to come back. He won't make it by the weekend though.
But we did see
Yeah, we rest days.
Given that Stone Forsythe played the support stand throughout the college career, how hard is it to get up to the
There is a bit of a transition in that. He played three solid years of starting the whole time in a 2-point stance, but we took care of that really in the offseason. It's already, we're already past that. He's very comfortable with it now. It's not a big deal. It's not like, maybe 2 months from now he'll get it. He's all right. He'll be fine.
Even if it wasn't 3 preseason games, would you, because of the new offensive system, would you maybe change up how the defense?
What was the qualifier there? If it wasn't, why would they have it make a difference here?
And the best playing more because it's
There you go. Now there's a question I can answer. No.
In the offseason, you talked
about one of the first things we talk about when we talk about third downs, it's really everybody has to win their one-on-ones. Whether you're a one-on-one pass rusher or pass pro, the guy running the route, the guy covering the route, it comes down usually that guy's got to make a play, and so we have to everybody's got to do right. So it's really emphasis on, you got to come through and do what you're supposed to do to fit together with the play. And so execution is really the key. And so, we want to make sure that we're fast with the football and don't allow the rush to be a factor, and get the ball out. So that means guys got to win on the routes, and we're going to have to beat tight coverage. And so we're playing a lot of aggressive coverage to make everybody have to work and show who they are and their abilities and stuff right now. And so it's a good part of camp for us in that regard. And today was a good day for all that emphasis. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know that yet. Don't know yet. So I don't know that I expect that is really what the answer was, right? You asked me if I expect that.
Wayne Esther, any update on this?
Yeah, thanks for asking. He had a really good day again. This is the 5th day in a row of him running and conditioning without any problems. So that's a really good sign. We're trying to make sure, because he has not been able to run in a conditioning manner over the off season like we would like. We're trying to make sure he's in good shape, and so once he's back out here that he can sustain. So that's but it's all very positive, and he's going in the right direction. Yes, it was a rest day for Carey. Nothing new has happened with that to this point.
Anything new at Carroll?
No. Thanks for asking that. No. We've had really good evaluations to this point. Ugo is really on his game. Matter of fact, I talked to him about that today. You know how much more he knows now, and how much more aware he is, and his ability to disguise and utilize the calls and stuff. He's just way ahead of where he's been, and he's looked really good. And it's a real good battle between those two guys. And so, Marquise, we've always been excited about what he can do and how he can play, and whether it's a safety or a nickel. But Ugo's he's not just giving it up. He's competing like crazy, and makes it a really good spot for us. He is. He continues to make plays. He made a couple plays again today. He's made some good plays with the ball in his hands, and he's blocked well too. It's been of note. You know, he's been an aggressive blocker, and he's been getting it done. And our guys have to do that in the offense, and he's already made a statement that you can count on him to do that.
What do you think of Freddie Slayton as a kick returner?
We didn't get enough really out of Freddie to know, but going back, Freddie's got really good catching ability, really secure, good decision maker with the ball. He's shown enough explosion that we're still looking forward to him competing for the spots. Had a good college career doing it, so we've seen a little bit more there. But he's going to be right there. He's going to be hard to beat out because we really trust him. We really believe in the kid and how tough he is and all that. But the competition's open.
What's Marco Jones? I didn't hear you.
He had back spasms a few days ago, and he's just coming back from that.
Al Woods, what's the value of having a veteran?
I mean, this is a classic, really, for us to go get a guy that we've had before that we knew that is a total leader, locker room guy, great character, tough dude. He's so excited to be back playing again. He really missed not playing last year. It really looked like he looks great. He's just handled everything really well. You think, okay, another year older, maybe he's losing it. Not at all. Yeah. So really excited about his return because of the person that he is with this team. I mean, just love the guy. I don't know if you guys get a chance to interview him or at all, but you should because he's got a great spirit to him, and we love the kid.
He's a rancher.
When you interview him? Oh, awesome. A rancher. Oh yeah, of course. He's big farmer. Yeah. I would have called him a big farmer instead of a rancher, but that's what he is because he's big time. I mean, he's way out there.
Is Robert
I don't know that yet. He looked really good. I watched him work out today, and he looked very good. Changing direction and running around. It's a groin thing, so that he's got to get that done. We'll see. I don't know that.
What do you think of Deshaun Shedd as a coach?
Yeah, D-Shed's doing great. He's an amazing young man. I don't know. I feel like I told you guys when we first brought his name up. When he went into business, and whatever the company was there, whatever they were selling stuff, and within like the first year, he's the number one salesman in the company or something like that, which is totally fitting for Shedd to do that because he just is an absolute grit guy from word go, and whatever you give him, he's going to make the most of it. It was so impressive here in the first 2-3 weeks that he was here, how quickly he adapted to just talking with the coaches and sitting with the coaches and being part of the coaching staff, and his recall from the things that that he's learned over the years really was remarkable. And so I had no hesitation. I asked him, you want to coach special teams? I was trying to get him, make sure I got him because he was getting paid a lot of money where he was working, so he's not getting paid as much here. But he's doing a fantastic job. There's no question this is a business for him. He'll do great with it.
How many different hats is he wearing? What does he do?
Well, he's working with the defensive backs. He's working on the defensive side of the ball. He does help on special teams because he has so much background there too. But he's just a really valuable young man to have in our and the fact that he knows our system and knows our philosophy and approach, he's a real spokesperson for us.
You and your team leaders, Pete, talk to the younger guys new to the program about the coaches you have with Small Adam,
Nah, not really. No, they're getting that from the guys on the team. Everything like everybody's getting along, and communicating, and so I I don't know. Maybe they have some questions, but we haven't addressed it.
You looked at Trey Flowers after the game the other day. Just kind of, year 4 and some competition.
Yes, he knows it's competitive. He's just come back, fighting, clawing, scratching. He ain't giving it up. He's going for it, and he's not. There's been no sign of anything, but he's pushing to be as good as he's ever been, and he's looked the best he's ever looked. So I'm really fired up for him to meet the competitive moment at this point, and I hope he can keep coming through and making stuff happen and can play, because if he's out there, he's a stud, and he'll get every chance. He's going to get every chance.
Anything else? Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.